Hello there, good morning. Welcome back. Here we are. We are here for the mad dash for pre-qualifying. So, which four drivers are gonna get knocked out? This is gonna be a crazy session, I reckon. Anyway, the cars are now starting to take to the track. First out on track, we've got Michael Bartels, followed by Giovanni Amata, Gabriele Tarquini. I think that's Perry McCarthy in the background behind the AGS of Tarquini. Who's going to get knocked out first of all? I reckon Bruno Giacomelli's nailed on to be eliminated. Right, so we've got a bit of shoddy camera work. Anyway, oh look! That's a massive bit of argy-bargy there from Giovanni Amati. Oh dear, oh dear. Yep, you're right there, Murray and Martin. Anyway, will the shift sustain any damage there? So, what's going to happen once we're done here? We're going to go skip straight through into the normal qualifying session. Here comes Bruno Giacomelli. It's almost academic anyway. Anyway, just bear with me one moment. I've just realised I forgot to put the standings on. Right, so excuse that little technical hitch here. Okay, so Bartels is being passed. Tarquini looks like he's going to be on a quick lap. Bartels is now holding up Perry McCarthy for the first stig. Anyway, I think those times are currently up on the board aren't the representative times. I think those must be the outlap times. But either way,
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Right there, Gattuso. So, Pedro Chavez, I don't think he's come out onto the track yet, or maybe he's on an outlap. Anyway, so, to answer a quick question for those of you who may be asking, what's that Sierra Cosworth doing in the pit lane? Well, basically, I'm the safety car driver. So, it's basically a makeshift safety car. However, I don't think we'll be seeing any safety cars due to the limitations of Assetto Corsa. So it's there just as a, just in case. Or just in case I get bored for a reason. Or I suddenly decide to take matters into my own hand. Anyway, Giacomelli fights his way through the corners, back and really sliding out there. And we've got Eurobron coming out onto the pits. Now, how much time have we got now? We've got 10 minutes, just under 11 minutes to go. Time will fly by in this session. Anyway, it looks like Pedro Chavez has finally come out onto the track as we see a bit more shoddy camera work. Must be an issue with the cameras going onto the air pit. By the way, quick shout out to EKO SR Racing. What an absolute fantastic job he's done with these, recreating these Felix tracks, just like they were back in the day. So, now we're starting to see some representative times on the board. So, fastest right now is Giovanna Amati in the Brabham. Good job she's doing so far. And then Gabriele Tarquini in the AGS. Third, Vincenzo Sospiri in the MasterCard Lola. Fourth, Sticky. Perry McCarthy in the Andrea Moda. So at least they've not sent him out on wet tyres like they did back at Silverstone 1992. And then fifth, Ricardo Tossa And then Gregor Wojtek, the Thug. And then 7th, Olivier Grouillard. Surprise, surprise, Olivier Grouillard in the AGS.
It's surprise, surprise, it's Olivier Grouillard.
Anyway, as things stands, I think he's going to I think he's going to DMPQ. And then it's Bartels in the Lotus, and then Pedro Chavez in the Collodi, and then predictably rock bottom Bruno Giacomelli in the Life. As we ride on board, well, we were on board, but now we go onto the track camera with Riccardo Rossi, Ricardo the Tosser, as the Tyrrell team mechanics called him when he infamously. Anyway, we're now watching his teammate Vincenzo Sospiri. Anyway, I'm quite pleasantly surprised that they're both quite far up so far. I was expecting at least one of them to be struggling to make it through this pre-qualifying session. So now we're going back to Gabriele Tarquini in the AGS. Right, how much time have we got left? I think we've got about 5 minutes left. Or is it 8? I can't tell. The clock is partially obstructed. Now we're right on board Giovanna Amati's Brabham. Doing a pretty good job so far. Oh, she's just clipped the wall. But she seems to be okay. And then right behind him is Gabriele Tarquini. He's come back out on track. Probably quite a wise decision as well. He'll probably be wanting to make himself as comfy as possible. Having said that though, let's have a look at the gaps between the current DMPQers. As Tarquini gets balked by the colony of Chavez. So right now, currently there is a gap of 1.3 seconds between Gregor Wojtek and Olivier Grouillard, with Grouillard currently being the first of those who are going to fail to pre-qualify. As things stand. Oh, that's a right argy-bargy there. Or more precisely, off went Tarquini into the tyres. Okay, here comes Tarquini trying to find his way past Pedro Chavez. Right, we're coming up to the final dash. The final opportunity for those who are in the DMP Q zone to pull a rabbit out of the rat and do something to get through to qualifying. Well, that's going to be pretty much impossible for Bruno Giacomelli. Although, in fairness to Bruno Giacomelli, at least he's managed to get within 5 seconds of the next slowest pre-qualify, Pedro Chavez's Collodi. So at least Giacomelli isn't going to go down without a fight. Even though that car is an absolute dog. Well, it's the engine more than anything, an absolute dog. That nice W12 engine. Will they be swapping out for that Judd V8? Will they be swapping out for that Judd V8 though at some point? Yes, that'd be one thing to watch out for. If the Andrea Motor team suddenly decide to try the GP8 engine, will it allow them to get ahead of any more of these slow cars? I mean, this is a GP. These are the GP rejects, after all. He's up against fellow rejects, but still, even amongst the rejects, the cream will rise to the crap, even if it's crap cream. Right, how much time we've got left? 4 minutes to go. So, let's have a little think ahead to qualifying as we get ready for the final few laps. So, who do we reckon is going to get the pole position? And who do you reckon? So, do you reckon the Pacific team are going to follow through from their good showing in pre-season testing? Giacobelli comes into the pits. He might as well park it up there now. I think we all know he's not going to get through. I don't think Chavez or Bartels are going to get through either. However, actually, come to think of it, I don't think Guillard is going to make it through either, because he's 2.2 seconds off the next slowest pre-qualify, Riccardo Tossa. So as things currently stand, Giovanna Amati fastest, and then Gabriele Tarquini, Regor Thug Tech, as I like to call him, and then Vincenzo Sospiri, good showing from him. And then Stiggy, Perry McCarthy in the Andrea Motor. And then the final, the final qualifying pre-qualifier. Bit of a mouthful there, isn't it? Riccardo Tossa. Greer going pretty slowly through the hairpin there. Question is he going to hold up anyone there? Well, there's no one close to him there, so let's wait and see if he holds anyone up.
It's surprise, surprise, it's Olivier Greer.
Back on board with Bruno Giacomelli. Bless him, he's going to keep going till the bitter end. And good for him. But now he's holding up Giovanna Amati. Oh, that's right, coming together there between Amati and Giacomelli. Wheel to wheel argy-bargy stuff. Fortunately though, we don't have modern F1 stewards, so everyone can get away with as much argy-bargy as they want.
You're right there, Murray.
You're right there, Murray. Are you right there, Martin?
And all I can say to that is bullshit.
You're right there, James. Okay, we are in the final minute. Oh yes, we're now in the final minute. Oh dear, Perry McCarthy has now dropped down to 7th. Mikael Bartels has pulled one out the bag. Right, this is going to be a tense final minute. This is going to be absolutely gutting for the Stig. Old Perry McCarthy for him to beat DMPQ. Anyway, there's only 10 seconds left. Oh, Amati runs massively wide in the hairpin. Anyway, McCarthy's gone into the pits now, so I think it's all over. Yeah, I think it's all over. Anyway. So, Perry McCarthy, Riccardo. Yeah, he's got. Yeah, Perry McCarthy, Riccardo Rossi, Guillard, and Giacomelli have all DMPQ'd. It's all over. Giacomelli, Guillard, Perry McCarthy, Vincenzo Sospiri have all failed to pre-qualify. Right. Now, I'll be right back whilst we get ready for normal qualifying. But yeah, Sospiri, McCarthy, Guillard and Giacomelli are all out. Hello, welcome back. Now we're into the regular qualifying session with all the cars that failed to make pre-qualifying all eliminated. So once again, Perry McCarthy, poor old Stiggy, Vincenzo Sospiri, who else? Oh yeah, Perry McCarthy, Vincenzo Sospiri, Pedro Chavez, and Bruno Giacobelli have all been eliminated. Right, let's get back to qualifying. As already, we've got Yuji Ide jostling for position with Giovanna Amati. Okay, right now we've got two Pacifics following each other. Oh wait, sorry, that's the caption. Right, anyway, can the 1995 Pacifics carry on their good form for pre-season testing, or will they show if they, or will they reveal something that most teams who are struggling? So basically, was it legitimate pace, or were they running with light fuel loads in pre-season testing? Same question probably to go for UGE Day as well. Anyway, we shall wait and see. Okay, so Roberto Moreno is the first one to serve representative time, as Montemini carves his way past. And so we have Giovanna Amati, who made it through to through pre-qualifying. Oh, look at this! We've got a battle of the Pacifics here going on between Gasho, the 1994 Pacific, and Delatraz in the 95 Pacific. Okay, we go join David Brabham, making his way past one of the Lambos. That beautiful Lambo with the Lamborghini V12 engine. That is an absolute beautiful soundtrack. And now we join Paul Belmondo coming out the hairpin, followed by one of the 40s. We now join Montemini as he follows Belmondo in his wheel tracks. And now we've got one of the other Pacifics passing Roberto. Oh! Off goes Moreno! Off goes Moreno into the walls. That was a massive crash. Unfortunately, the directors decided to switch away from that big old smash into the tyre barrier. Here goes Yuji Ide, going massively the outside.
Oh, off goes Mika Hakkinen. Off goes Mika Hakkinen out of the race.
And off went Moreno. Anyway, mysteriously, somehow I think Moreno's managed to rejoin and continue. And now we've got a bit of shoddy. Now we've got a little bit of shoddy camera work going on. Ooh, shoddy camera work. Okay, I think we're now starting to see some representative outlaps. Right now, provisional pole position, Luca Badoa. We now join Taki Inui. Or at least we were on board with Taki Inui.
It's a win for Taki Inui.
Anyway, Taki Inui did a good job in that pre-season testing session at Catalonia. Can he put himself in contention for pole position? And we can almost, and if he does, he certainly can put himself in contention for that win for Taki Inui. Anyway, at least there won't be any surprise with Olivier Griard or anybody else. Oh, what's happened? What's happened there? Yuji there was going massively slow there. Has he been punted by anybody? Anyway, Joe Delatraz is currently all the way down in 15th position. Oh, what a massive smash! There's a car stuck in the pit lane entry. That's going to cause massive problems. Anyway, let's go through the times. Giovanni Lavaggi, yeah, he's currently P2. Yuji, there you go, massively there. Has he got damage? He's just been passed by one of the Lambo cars. I think it was Larini. Yeah, I think it was Nicola Larini passing him. Yeah, Yuji has got a problem. He's massively slow. He's holding up Mikhail Bartels. Bartels has worked his way past. And that's Domenico Schiattarella. Yeah, usually there's got a massive problem there. He's going to try and find he's going to try and fight his way back to the pits. He's holding up 240s there. Yeah, he's holding up our current provisional pole man, Luca Badoa. Anyway, we go back to Andrea Montemini coming out of the pits. Now, where is Montemini? He's down in P9. He's now holding up Taki Inui though. Taki Inui won't be too impressed being held up by Andrea Montemini. So let's go through the order then. Luca Badoa, provisional pole position. Giovanni Lavaggi, P2. Then Domenico Schiattarella. Pedro Laritz. Pedro Diditz. He's worked his way up to 4. Good showing. 5th, David Babham. Always been a steady pair of hands. And then Pierre-Henri Raphael, who we join right now on the track camera. And then right behind him, as we see the two Zach Speeds fighting each other. And then 7th, Volker Weidler behind his teammate. Bell Schneider, Andrea Montemini, Agura Suzuki, Taki Inui, down in P11. Giovanni Amati, P12. And then Gregor Wojtek and his teammate in the other European, Oscar Rory. Jean-Louis Stelladras, 15th. Jean-Marc Goudon, 16th. Roberto Moreno, 17th. Ricardo Tosa, 18th. Nicola Rini, 19th. Yuji Ite, 20th. I think he's going to be struggling to get back out of the pits with the damage he sustained. Will he make it out on track again? And then 21st, Gabriele Tarquini. 22nd, Eric van der Poel. 23rd, Bertrand Gachot in the 1994 Pacific. 24th, Mikhail Bartels in the Lotus, 91 Lotus. 25th, Paul Belmondo. Now that's strange. Somehow, okay, that's strange. Somehow Pedro Chavez has sneaked his way through to qualify. How has that happened? He hasn't even set a time either. Okay, I don't know what's going on there with the stewards. But somehow Pedro Chavez has sneaked himself into the race. I'll have to have a little investigation into that. Must have been a blunder by the stewards. Okay, what's going on here? We've got a massive queue of cars here. They all seem to have formed a train behind Mikhail Bartels. Anyway, I'm going to go step out a moment to go and split the far side of the track. Right back. Okay, I'm fresh back from my little trip down to the far side of the track. And whilst I've gone, Jean-Denis Delatraz has taken provisional pole position. So, looks like Pacific were serious, especially at least for the drivers of the 1995 cars. Anyway, looks like Paul Belmondo and Bertrand Gachot have started to work their way up the times and improve their qualifying times. Belmondo now up to P15, Gachot up to 18th now. But it seems for the 1995 cars, Delatraz and Lavaggi are carrying on their pre-season testing form. So it wasn't a flash in the pan. Anyway, it looks like it could be an interesting race between the 96 40s and the 95 Pacifics, because they are occupying the first 4 spots, with Delatraz from Badoa, Montemini. But now, Domenico Schiattarella in the 95 Simtech has worked himself up to P4. It's all starting to hot up now. We're right on board with David Brabham now, following, I think, Pedro Diniz in the 95 40. Anyway, interesting. Pedro Chavez still hasn't come out on track. I've also got a sneaky suspicion that the stewards are investigating something. Anyway, let's wait and see what happens before the race. Now we're right on board with Paul Belmondo. As things stand, Delatraz still on provisional pole position for the race later on. Anyway, it looks like UGE Day isn't going to be coming back out again. Andrea Montemini has fought his way back up to P3. So right now, you got both of the 96 40s in a good position to do well in today's race. So as things currently stand, Mikhail Bartels is the next slowest qualifier. At least he set a time. At least he managed to get into the race. UGE Day, Nicola Larini, Riccardo Tossa, Roberto Moreno, Oscar Larori, Bertrand Gachot, Gregor Wojtek, Eric van der Poel, Gabriele Tarquini, Paul Belmondo. Actually, that's probably quite a good effort from Belmondo. Then Giovanna Mamati. That's a decent effort from her, considering she had to go through the rigmaroles of pre-qualifying. We've got a bit of wheel to wheel. Oh, we've got a bit of wheel banging going on there. Yeah, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel action between Belmondo and one of the Simtex. Oh, we've got
wheel stuff. Look at this, they're almost touching.
got a right roadblock there. Unfortunately, we missed the start of whatever happened there. Anyway, it looks like the blockage has been cleared. Track's free again. Okay, we're almost into the first half of this session is almost done. Is UGE Day going to make it back out on track? I don't think so. Anyway, Anyway, I'm getting word that the stewards are considering disqualifying Pedro Chavez if he fails to set a time. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let's keep an eye on that development then, shall we? We'll have more news, and we'll have more news as it breaks. Right now, we go join Oscar Larori in the Euro Brun. The Jägermeister colours. That's what I love about all these old cars. Classic cars, good liveries, tobacco sponsorship, alcohol sponsorship, nice car shapes as well. Certainly a lot better than the nonsense you have today. Okay, so we were on, now we go rejoin Bertrand Gachot. Can he improve on the P20? He'll probably be a bit embarrassed that his 94 teammate, Belmondo, is 5 places further up. And also the 95 cars being driven by Delatraz and Lavarge are they're currently provisional 1-2. It's a Pacific front row lockout as things currently stand. So yeah, it looks like Keith Wiggins is taking this Grand Prix Rejects Championship seriously and wants to win the wooden spoon with one of his drivers to redeem his reputation. And who can blame him? David Brabham in a respectable P9. Anyway, Pedro Diniz in a 95-40 has now worked his way up to P9, and Bertrand Gachot has probably been listening to me criticising him, and he's now managed to pull a rocket out and go up to P8. So now he's back ahead of Belmondo, and Belmondo in the meantime has slipped down to 17th. Pedro Chavez has still not come out the pits. So who knows what's going to happen with him if he doesn't even bother setting a time. Taki Inui has worked his way up to he's worked his way up to P7. Can he put himself in contention for a race win?
It's a win for Taki Inoue.
Anyway, Giovanni Lavarge's now taken provisional pole position off Delatraz, and Montemini has split both of the Pacifics. But yeah, it's like Canoa's right for now at the top of the grid. In the first 6 spots, it's pretty much like Noah's Ark. So you got a Pacific 40, and then we've got 3 Simtecs. Yep. So it looks like Simtech are putting in a decent effort as well. And then they're followed by Taki Idui. Is there any sign of Mikhail Bartels coming out? Sorry, not Mikhail Bartels, no, Pedro Chavez. He's still not coming out. No surprise there. Yes, we'll keep him peeled, like I said. If there's any news on Chavez being disqualified for not setting a time, we'll bring the news to you right here, right now. We've got a little bit of shoddy camera work going on. Oh, Larori's in the wall. Larori has binned it in the wall. Yep, he's put it in the bin.
Get in the bin.
You're right there, Joe. Jean-Marc Gounon blasts his way past Mikhail Bartels. And now we go rejoin our current provisional poleman, Giovanni Lavargi. Now the funny thing is here that Montevideo drove one of those Pacifics in 1995. But we decided to enter him in one of the 40s. Otherwise we'd end up with duplicate bloody cars. We're coming up to 7 minutes left in this amazing qualifying session. And hopefully we're in for a treat in the race. I also get the feeling we're going to have a little bit of chaos in the race as well. Because we've got a lot of reject drivers all heading for that first turn. Will they all go all argy-bargy? Lavargi's about to start another lap as he tries to increase the gap back to Montemini and his teammate. But he is quite tight between those top. Yeah, it's actually quite tight between the top 5. Just 4 tenths covering Giovanni Lavargi in first and Domenico Schiattarella down in 4th. Now Jean-Marc Gounon has now moved himself to within 6 tenths of Lavargi. In fact, looking at the times, going back to Taki, it's going back to David Bradman in 7th. Yeah, less than a second covers the top 7. So who knows what can happen in this final few minutes? Well, we'll wait and see, shall we? Anything can happen, not just in Formula 1, but especially in this GP Rejects Championship. So right now, UGE Day has dropped all the way down to P25. He is not coming out the pits. Yeah, there's no way they're going to repair the damage now done to his car. He is going to be staying a long way down. And I was considering maybe in with contention of winning the wooden spoon after his good showing in pre-season testing. Well, maybe if he kept it out the walls, maybe he probably would have been in with a decent shot. But still, it's only qualifying. We'll see what happens in the race later on. As sparks fly out from underneath the Pacific. Anyway, let's go back to talking about the track briefly. But yeah, this is a magnificent creation by EKO Sim Racing. He's put so much hard work into it using LiDAR data, and also he attended this race in person. In all 3 years that the Formula 1 race was held at Phoenix back in 1989, 1990 and 91. The 1991 race is a kind of a reject race in itself because in all the years it was held at this track, there was hardly any attendees. But especially in the 1991 race, because apparently there's a story that a local ostrich racing, some kind of ostrich event attracted a bigger crowd than this race back in 1991. Anyway, we've got Bertrand Gachot trying to find his way past Gabriele Tarquini, who's down in P19. Now, I think there's a problem for Roberto Moreno, as he's dropped all the way down to 23rd. Now that's a shame, because before we watched the pre-season testing session, I was quietly tipping Moreno to be the man to be front and centre, especially in that Andrea Moda car. Anyway, got Roberto Moreno, Ricardo Rossi down there as well, so I wonder if he's had a coming together with somebody. Okay, we are now into the final 3 minutes. So, Lavaji has worked his way back up to P2, so the Pacifics have locked out the front row of the grid once again. Conversely, Montemini and Bador have locked out the second row of the grid for the 40s. And then the next 3 spots have all been locked out by those 3 Simtex. And then Bertrand Gachot, he's worked his way up to P8. Quite a long way back though from David Brabham. And he's only just ahead of Taki Inoue. Paul Melwando's now worked his way up to P10, so he's got to move on. He's worked his way up to past Pedro Diniz in the other. And then we've got the two Rials of Vidler, Pierre-Henri Raffadel, Niccolo Laurini's Modena Lamborghini, aka the Lambo, Bernd Schneider, Eric van der Poel in the other Lambo, Aguri Suzuki in the other Zaxmead, Giovanna Amati in the Brabham. She's dropped down eventually, but still not exactly disgracing herself. At least she's a long way off a lot of other people. Then Gabriele Tarquini, Oscar Larori, and Gregor Wojtek in the 2 Eurobruns. I think Wojtek was the one who crashed into the wall earlier, so I think he's out the session. Oh, there's no chance he's going out in time to do another lap. We're just about to come into the final lap. The front 4, the fastest 4, are all out on track. So it is a shootout between the top 4. Anyway, it looks like we're definitely not going to be seeing Pedro Chavez. Yeah, so that's going to be very, very interesting if he gets excluded. Right. Bador's coming into the pits. He must have finished. Yeah, both the 40s are back in the pits. My apologies, just that one Bador. Anyway, it's up to Montemini to see if he can dislodge any of the 2 Pacifics. What about Jean-Marc Gounon or David Brabham? Can they pull out a special lap? They're quite a way bit back retrospectively. But let's see as the final seconds tick down. Anyway, it's over. Qualifying has now finished. So, yes, it looks like Giovanni Lavaji and Jean-Denis Steltras, the Team Pacific, have locked out the front row of the grid. And Pedro Chavez in the Coloni didn't even make it back out on track. And UGED is gonna start from P25. That's a massive disappointment, especially considering he was one of the favourites after a good showing in pre-season testing. Anyway, it is all over now. So, what a session. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this morning's stream. I'll be back soon with the race stream later on, so stick around and watch out. Stay tuned.